Hi everyone, this is Lalita. I am here to take the social science CBSE 10th class geography, minerals and energy resources. I am here to explain that the geography 5th chapter minerals and energy resources. Anyhow, before going to start this topic, at least let me ask you one thing that what are the uses of minerals? So in our daily life, different purposes we are using that minerals. So in the first slot in this chapter, we are going to discuss about that. So various kinds of minerals, where do we find the minerals, what are its formations, each and everything we are going to discuss. In the second slot, we will discuss about that the energy resources. Now let us come to that minerals and its formation and where do we find that. Anyhow, let us come to the topic. Everything we use in our daily life which are made up of metals. So am I correct or not? Everything we use daily life we are using which are made up of metals only. In that way only, so many things we are using in our daily life at home. What are the so many things are there at home, kitchen, each and everything which is made up of metals. In the puja room also, so many things are there which are made up of metals. Diyas are there. Diyas are also made up of metals. Diyas are also made up of metals. And next, where do these metals from? So how do we get these metals? So many metals are there. So where do we get these metals? So many at home also we can see that fans are there and cots are there and windows are there and next buckets are there. So many things we are using that in our daily life which are made up of metals. So let me ask one thing, children, where do these metals come from? Where do these metals come from? Actually, we have already studied about that in previous classes about this minerals. Where do we find that? Earth crust is made up of, from the earth crust only we are getting all these metals. So how do we get these metals from the earth crust? So we know that previous classes we got experience of that. We already studied about that. Earth crust is made up of metals and different kinds of minerals. Various kinds of metals are extracting from these minerals only after proper refinement. From the minerals only various kinds of metals are extracting after proper refinement. So anyhow, these minerals are indispensable part of our life. Everything we use, from a tiny pin to that towering building and big ships, these are all made up of minerals only. In the same way that for railway lines, construction of tarmac roads and construction of the pavements of the roads, and for manufacturing of the implements and machines, these are all made up of minerals only. In the same way, cars, buses, trains and aeroplanes are also, they have been manufactured from the minerals, but these are all running by the power resources which are derived from the earth. So anyhow, even the food that we eat also contains minerals. So each and every stages of development, stage of development, human beings have been used these minerals for their livelihood. For example, for decorative festivities and religious ceremonial rites, for different purposes, using the minerals for their development and in stages of each and every stages of development for their livelihood. And for example, if you take that paste, Colgate paste, if you see that, so this is a paste. So this for what purpose we are using this? For cleaning the teeth. So all these toothpaste are making by using the so many phosphates. What purpose? What is the use of that phosphates? It can be helpful for cleaning the teeth. Phosphates are helpful for cleaning the teeth. So in this way, for fluoride also it can be useful. For what purpose? To reduce the cavities which is coming from the mineral of fluoride. So like this, for manufacturing of this toothpaste, so many number of minerals are using, and also that almost all the toothpaste are appearing like white color. What is the reason? It contains that titanium oxide, so which is coming from that mineral of that rutile, ilmenite and anatase. So from that mineral of that rutile, ilmenite and anatase minerals only, this is appearing a titanium oxide in this white color. And in the same way, sparkle also can be appeared in the toothpaste. This is also coming from the mineral of mica. So in the same way, all the life process also without minerals it cannot be occurred. This way, so many ways minerals can be helpful for mankind. And let us go to the topic of what do you mean by a mineral? Mineral, what is the definition for the mineral? Geologists define this mineral as a homogeneous naturally occurring substance with a definable internal structure. So what is the definition for the mineral? It is a homogeneous naturally occurring substance with a definable internal structure. So most of the minerals, they have been found in varied proportions. Most of the minerals, they are found in varied proportions in nature, in ranging from the hardest to diamond to the softest top. Why they so varied? Different variations are appearing. Before going to discuss about these variations of the different kinds of minerals, let us discuss about the rocks. What do you mean by the rock? So let us discuss about the rocks. Rocks are the combination of that homogeneous substances are called minerals. Rocks are the combination of homogeneous substances are called minerals. Anyhow, most of the rocks, some kinds of rocks, for example, limestone, it consists of that only single mineral, but most of the rocks consist of that several kinds of minerals at varied proportions. In this way, for example, even though that over 2000 minerals have been identified, but only few minerals are abundantly found in most of the rocks. So this is about that rocks information, that how these rocks are forming, in what way it can be helpful, what are the minerals are found in next topics we will discuss about that. Later we will discuss. Anyhow, now how a particular mineral will be formed. So definitely a particular mineral that will be formed, an accumulation of any mineral, otherwise deposition and accumulation and concentration. So they have been, any particular mineral will be formed, that it is a certain combination of elements depends upon its physical and chemical conditions under which a particular mineral will be formed, and this in turn resulted a wide range of colors, hardness, and different luster, and different crystal forms and luster and density, different ways, different characteristic features that particular mineral will be possessing. But anyhow, geologists use these properties to classify the minerals. So in the same way, however, these minerals have been, for general purpose or commercial purposes, minerals have been classified into three categories. What are they? Metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals and precious metals. Metallic minerals again classified into ferrous minerals, non-ferrous minerals and precious metals. So metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals and energy resources. Again, metallic minerals classified into three categories: ferrous minerals, non-ferrous minerals and precious metals. So what are the examples? What kind of minerals? So ferrous minerals means it contains iron ore. So which minerals are containing iron ore? Means iron content. Manganese, that is manganese and nickel, cobalt, these minerals containing iron content. And the non-ferrous minerals means what? So these are all what? Lead, copper, bauxite. These are all non-ferrous. It doesn't contain iron content it doesn't have. And precious metals means gold, silver and platinum. These are all precious metals. And next one, non-metallic minerals, mica, potash and limestone, sandstone. These are all come under the non-metallic minerals. What are energy resources? Coal, petroleum, that is a natural gas. These are all energy resources. So this is the classification of the minerals. Now let us come to that topic of mode of occurrence of the minerals. Before going to starting of the type of the formation of the minerals, let us go to discuss about that is what kind of mineral. So where do we find the minerals? Where do we find the minerals? Minerals are found in ores only. Ore, what do you mean by ore? The term ore is used to describe as a certain combination of elements. It's an decomposition of that rocks. So it's a certain combination of elements. So that is how it is, decomposition of rocks. So mineral can be formed. So the term ore is used to describe as an accumulation of any mineral with a certain combination of elements. Accumulation of any mineral with a fixed material. It is a certain accumulation of any mineral with a certain combination of elements. So these are, for example, is a concentration of that mineral content of the ore must be in a sufficient concentration. Mineral content of the ore must be in a sufficient concentration, and also to make its extraction commercially viable. So then only it can be that mineral may be mined. The type of formation and its structure in which it determines the relative ease, and with that only that it can be that particular mineral may be mined. So in that way only that it also determines the cost of extraction, and that's why it is very important to us to understand the type of formation and minerals they are occurring in the different rocks. Let us go to that. So different formations or the types of the formation of the rocks. Already here we have discussed about that. What do you mean by the toe ore? It can be used to describe as that it's an accumulation of any mineral mixed with the other elements. Accumulation of any mineral mixed with other elements. So that's how it is mixing with other elements. That can be termed as a ore only. Let us go to that mode of occurrence of minerals. What are its types of formations? First one, that first type of formation is that in igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. What kind of minerals will be found? Do we find in this igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks? So in the igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks, the particular minerals can be found in the areas of that crevices, cracks, faults and joints. Only these minerals, most of the minerals may be occurred in these igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. And in the same way, the smaller occurrence, that area can be called as a veins, and a larger occurrence of that area can be called as a lodes, veins and lodes. Where do we find the smaller occurrence of minerals, that is the veins, and larger occurrence of minerals can be found as a lodes only. In that way only that especially most of the cases these minerals are they have been formed. Most of the cases they have been formed when the minerals are in that molten form or liquid form or gaseous form. In that when they are in a molten form, liquid form and gaseous form, when they are forcing towards the earth surface through the cavities, whenever they are rising to the earth surface, adjusting the atmosphere, mixing with the earth's atmosphere, and they will be cooling and solidifying. In that way only so many volcanic mountains are forming on the earth surface. So next one is like this only in this igneous rocks or metamorphic rocks, various kinds of minerals can be found, metals can be found. What are there? The lead, zinc, copper, tin, all these metallic minerals have been found in this metamorphic rocks and igneous rocks in the places of veins and lodes only. This is the first type of formation of minerals. And second type of formation of minerals in the sedimentary rocks. In what way it can be formed? What is that type of formation? In sedimentary rocks, minerals mostly occur in the beds and layers. So horizontal strata only, one by one, layer by layer, minerals can be found. So most probably in that in sedimentary rocks, minerals can be formed, that decomposition, accumulation and concentration, these are all the activities are going on that for the formation of these sedimentary rocks minerals. So in the beds and layer, so what are the activities are going on, what are the steps are there? Decomposition, so that is what deposition, accumulation, deposition, accumulation and concentration in a deposition, accumulation and concentration in a horizontal strata. Only with this result only minerals are being formed in the sedimentary rocks. For example, coal and some forms of iron ore. These are also they have been concentrated as a result of that. They have been concentrated as a result of the over a period of time and under great heat and pressure. So in the some other group of sedimentary materials, sedimentary rock metals, or some other kind of metals can be found in the sedimentary rocks, or that is a potash salt, sodium salt and gypsum. So how these minerals have been formed as a result of that evaporation in the, especially in the arid regions. Some other group of sedimentary materials are gypsum, potash salt and sodium salt as a result of the evaporation, especially in the arid regions. This is the second type of sedimentary formation of that sedimentary type of sedimentary rocks. Second type of formation of the minerals can be formed, and third type of formation includes that decomposition of the surface rocks and removal of the soluble constants, and that is the removal of the how it is leaving the mass of residual mass of the weathered rocks. So remove, that is decomposition of the surface rocks and removal of the soluble constants and leaving the residual mass of the weathered material contains ores. So in that way only bauxite mineral can be formed. This is third type of formation of the mineral. Now fourth type of formation is the alluvial deposits. Where do we find the alluvial deposits of minerals? What are alluvial deposits? Most probably alluvial deposits can be found in the, that is a sandy of the river valley floors, wherever the sandy soils and river valley floors, and bottom of the, that's a base of the hills, there's a plain areas, most probably wherever the, so receiving that running water, so rain water from the mountainous regions on the base of the hills and river valley floors only can be found these alluvial deposits. These alluvial deposits are also known as what? Placer deposits. What kind of minerals can be found in that areas? Alluvial soils, that is gold, silver, platinum, such kind of minerals can be found in this alluvial soils. So these placer deposits are not corroded by the water. This is fourth type of formation of the minerals. And last mode of occurrence of minerals is ocean water. Ocean water are also containing of vast quantity of minerals, but all these minerals are that is they are not commercially viable, so they are diffused of that economic significance, so they are not commercially viable. But anyhow, from ocean water, so rich mineral resources we are getting, that is a common salt, bromine and magnesium. So common salt, bromine and magnesium we are getting from the ocean water, such kind of. And the bottom floor of the ocean beds are also rich manganese nodules. It can be obtained from this bottom floor of the oceans. We can get that rich manganese nodules. So in this way, different types of mode of occurrence of minerals we are getting that for getting success for our livelihood, for our that is a life process, for our life process, surviving on the earth. These are all indispensable part of our life. In the all these mode of occurrence of minerals are greatly helpful for mankind. Anyhow, with these points, with these concepts, I am going to wind up this topic, and next concepts will be continued in the next class. So that's anyhow, that please watch my videos, and also please subscribe if you like this. Okay, bye.